So we are expecting our second daughter in a few weeks, and in May we had our 20-week anatomy scan ultrasound, and it showed that the baby is healthy, but it also showed that I was having a pregnancy complication called complete placenta previa, which basically means that the placenta attached to the uterus in a location that was completely blocking. Mainly, it just means that going into labor would be extremely dangerous. The doctor that we saw that day, for whatever reason, literally said there is no hope of this resolving. We heard that, and I said, well, I'll be praying, and we asked our family and friends to be praying. One, that God would resolve the situation, but also just for protection. I specifically was praying for peace over my mind. A few years ago, went through just like a really hard season of life where just some things going on and just very intense fear and anxiety, like kind of like a dark cloud over me. Like it was just really hard to see beyond what was happening and to see any hope. God had spoken promises to me, like, I will get you through this. But the timing of it was not what I wanted. Like, really, it was a time of me learning, like, something as simple as it sounds about how to trust God. I remember thinking during this situation, like, it is very weird right now that I'm not going down an unhealthy path of, like, fear and worst case scenario. And obviously I was stressed and concerned and frustrated with this diagnosis, but it wasn't the same as like the spiraling that I had been prone to before.
Yeah. You even told me, like, why am I not worrying about this as much as, like, I would other things, and that's God must have done something to me because this is not how I normally act.
So then we had another ultrasound at 25 weeks, and the placenta had not moved at all. That appointment was a different doctor, and they said, I'm feeling more hopeful that things could resolve by the end of the pregnancy, but even if they do, it's still not going to be enough. There would be no risks. Our final ultrasound at week 33, that scan, we got to meet with the first doctor. We were in the room with him when he opened the results, and he just said, wow, placenta previa has completely resolved. Not only that, but it's resolved so much that there is no risk whatsoever.
You can be like, oh, God answered prayers, and like use it as an opportunity to, sneak a little witnessing. It wasn't just some random scientific thing.
I've seen in our lives and other situations that God is always working, and He is faithful, and it might not feel like it, but He is going to be with you in that season of waiting. And sometimes, at least what I've seen in my life, He uses the waiting season to do a lot of the changing in you. And maybe that's for reasons that we don't know, maybe that's where a lot of the healing comes through too.